Good afternoon. Welcome to the Meltdown. Going to be an abbreviated conversation this afternoon. The markets have been more than just interesting. And, you know, sometimes, folks, we get so caught up in all the other things that are going on that you start to miss the ball as to what really is happening out there. And what I mean by that is that the yield is down on the 10-year Treasury. Not so much on the 30-year. The price of oil is going to move around. The gas companies and the oil companies are going to make their money. The spike over the last week in natural gas is directly correlated to what happened with the weather. The cost to the airline industry was probably, I saw one number at 400 million. To the passengers and the consumers, cost $1 billion. Now that's a guesstimate based on loss of wages, what it cost to stay in a hotel and food and all the other factors. When I see the price of West Texas Intermediate at $92, down from what was practically $100 a barrel, you suspect that maybe tomorrow you'll see the price of gasoline drop, but it's a weekend. Will it, won't it, doesn't really matter. The Dow's down, the NASDAQ is up, the dollar traded down. What did that mean for foreign currencies? Well, they were mixed. And so this gets back to realizing the most fundamental equation that I can bring to any of you. And that is, the economies of the world are all tied together based on currency values. And the US dollar is being deflated. There's no inflation out there, and there's none on the horizon. The market will dictate when that changes. And I listen to analysts, and guys can look at charts and they can figure out whatever they want. But the reality of all markets, doesn't matter whether you're talking about a grocery store, the pet store, the jewelry store, the coin shop, or anybody else. It's a buyer's beware market out there. You can drive a block and pay between $3.15 for a gallon of regular unleaded, all the way down to $3.05. It won't be that long, and we'll talk about gas prices maybe between $2.70 and $2.90. Different areas are going to charge different premiums. I think we all know that on all kinds of products. There are people that want to shop at one grocery store over another because there's more sale items and there's more advertising dollars spent, and people look at what's going on out there. Talking about rare coins and precious metals, this market has gotten delusional as to what real values are or aren't because of grading. And the fact that I think it's one grade and you think it's another, and that those guys thought it was something else, is inherently why there's guys that buy the stopper coins, the key dates. They buy them in low grade or high grade. A 1916D mercury dime is the key date specimen, period, in a mercury dime set. And with the low mintage of the 16D, you can buy them from 500 to tens of thousands. And ultimately, you may not be comfortable buying it ever. You could buy all the other coins and spend as much in the same quality for the 16D as you did for everything else. Truth of the matter is that there's a reason, not a story, but there's a reason. Last night I was watching a show on one of the cable channels, and it was a rerun. But the gentleman was trying to persuade investors to buy something. And he referred to his presentation as a pitch. Well, pitchmen, you can hear them on their computers. You can hear their words and realize that they don't understand the presentation that they're making. They have a pitch, they've got a script, and they're pitching from that script, whether it's on a computer screen or whether it's typed, whether they had to memorize some of the knowledge or whether they actually studied it. I used the term a student of the game. I've spent almost 30 years doing due diligence and looking at coins and understanding the fundamentals or the characteristics. And yes, there's coins that trade for 200 bucks, but there's another coin that could be graded with some pedigree and the right color and have the CAC sticker, and someone asked 7,000 for it. And I've ad nauseum, I've discussed the 1881 San Francisco Morgan silver dollar, the 1882 San Francisco Morgan dollar. It's a $90 coin in mint state 64. Maybe you buy it for 60 or 70 or 80, doesn't really matter. But then you see one for $2,200, $2,000. And it doesn't mean that the guy's taking a shot. It means that he's got information that you should be interpreting so that what you understand is a reason why the price gets justified. You know, you're not used to going into a department store and negotiating the prices. You can. Most people don't. And so whether it's a jewelry store or a coin shop or whatever the industry is, cars, my gosh, if you're a credit union customer, you get to cut right to the bottom line. You don't have to worry about the salesman. All you got to do is walk in, find the sales manager and say, you belong to a credit union, and all of a sudden, the negotiating is gone. Rare coins and precious metals trade in a wide array of market value. Whether you play the futures market, whether you're going long, whether you're going short, positions can trade during the course of a minute. I mean, it's all computerized. You know, it's the same consistent message that I've tried to bring to you all for years now. I can look at a coin and know that circulated wheat pennies are worth about a penny and a quarter, and they're tied to the value of copper. I can tell you that circulated silver, 90% junk, 1964 back, if it's common material and it's been circulated, it trades at a common value. And ultimately, I can tell you why those values are what they are. The fact that the price of gold today has been $3 an ounce higher than it is right now, or the fact that silver has traded for 1% more than it is right now, that's going to change in the next 15 seconds. So when you call me and you say, what's something worth? I can't give you an accurate price because you're not standing in front of me. I don't have a track record of history with you. And there's plenty of people, clients, who have said they're going to do something and they don't, for whatever the reasons. Whether it's a car accident or something happened to your spouse, the dog ate your homework. There's so many excuses out there. But the fundamentals don't change. We have created a total disaster in our economy. That disaster is going to come home and it's going to lay a big egg. And folks, you've got to be smart enough and you've got to be at a place where you are diversifying a portfolio. It has never been a get-rich-quick scheme. Yes, I have absolutely sold material to clients and advised them that they're paying a premium, the reason why they're paying the premium, and that there's some extra legwork that needs to be done to get that premium. I pick on the 1850 $20 gold piece. I sold it as a PCGS 40. That was the grade of the coin when I bought it. And I charged about 15% extra because of the look of the coin. The client knew it going in. 3 or 4 years from now, we'll submit the coin and it will upgrade. I'm convinced of it. And it did. The first try. The net gain to the client is 50 percentage points, and we're not done with it. We're going to try it a couple of more times, and those couple of attempts could very well yield a return of 200 or 300%, maybe higher. I'm not done with it, and I have no vested interest except for the client. Ronnie is a good person. I've known Ron going back to the 90s. He knew he was paying a premium. He's going to realize it coming out of it. And folks, I deal with customers that are youth that are putting penny books together, all the way to sophisticated investors that spend tens of millions of dollars in their businesses. They've got portfolios, they've got their stock trading, they've got their mining shares, they've got the extra house, the extra lot, the extra car. I love coins for a specific reason. It's real money. It's biblical. Coins trade every day. And ultimately, in a world that is totally chaotic, you can get a wild card that shows up and steals all of your wealth from you. It's a sad state of affairs because you've got to look over your shoulder and be concerned about what you've got, and then you've got to be concerned about what the government's going to do. And all of that having been said, markets trade. And so you balance your portfolio. You do it the way you're comfortable. I know how I like to do it. That's what I've been talking about for years. I've been in the industry almost, 25 in coins specifically. I go back into investment consulting back to the early 80s, so over 30 years. There are markets and there are reasons to be diversified in many of them. It's how you want to hedge your portfolio. And the bottom line to it is if you want to talk about it, you call 832, wrong phone number, 281-548-2646. That's 281-548-2646. Hit option 0. Don't get caught up in the phone system, or you email me, brett@thegoldexchange.net. I enter my email most nights till about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Folks, I love doing what I do, and I love providing information. And there's reasons why you buy certain coins from certain dealers and reasons why you don't from other dealers. And for somebody to arbitrarily just take a shot out there because your prices are too high, you upset too many people, there's as many skeletons in every closet as you could imagine. But the bottom line is that if you just go into the market shotgunning it with a limited amount of knowledge, you're going to make mistakes. All you want to do is make sure that the mistakes are limited. I can't tell you what gold, silver, platinum, or palladium are going to do tonight, tomorrow, or next week. I can tell you that I listen to analysts who give me the fundamental reason of why there should be a trading range and gold should be $14.50 an ounce. At $12.29, it seems like it would be a bargain, but there's downside. Markets are volatile. We want to help hedge the whole portfolio and diversify it. Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your income bracket is or what you've saved. Anyway, I'm going to cut the show short. If you've got questions, please email me. Visit themeltdown.com. Folks, I never get off a podcast without thanking Texas Children's Hospital, the Meyer Center located on Stadium Drive, or the Ronald McDonald House inside of Texas Children's Hospital. Now, my son Jason has mild downs. We've been to the Meyer Center. Dr. Ostermeyer and her staff are fabulous people. If you're looking for somebody to provide a tithe or a donation to, you can go to themeltdown.com, click on the donation banner, put in your information, make the offering. The information is anonymous for me. All of your information is protected. Same thing with the Ronald McDonald House. 20 rooms, the 4th floor. They've housed between, I'm going to say 30 and 50, 60 people a night. If you can provide a hot meal, 832-824-8600. That's 832-824-8600. Nancy Allen and her staff will be more than happy to coordinate how you get the hot food in there, how many people will be in the facility that night. If you're looking to provide a tithe or an offering to them, they'd be more than happy to help you. Again, you can visit themeltdown.com. We've got donation links. Also, if you're looking for other areas of the coin community and you'd like some other information, you can visit the links page at themeltdown.com. We'd be more than happy to help you. Folks, I'm going to run out for a little while. I've got a meeting to attend to, but I'll be around pretty much all day tomorrow. Give me a shout, send me an email. I appreciate you listening in. God bless you and have a great day. Bye-bye.